Hey guys, Dark Prometheus here, back with a channel update. Kind of recording this really late, technically early morning. So I'm going to go through this quickly, down and dirty. So let's get right into it. Again, Mother of Us All, still going to go until the 21st when I'm actually out west. And I'll be back then on the 24th. I will do Faster Than the Fox. I'll start recording that before I leave. So probably this weekend or so, I'll get the first 5 or 6 episodes up, or at least recorded. So when we do Mother of Us All, we roll through Faster Than the Fox, which is our first Norse or northern kind of northern faction achievement run. Then we have maybe 1 or 2 that we may not be able to get, and then we're into RP ideas, and they have a new flavor stuff they just put out with the Azure patch. Then they're talking about a new DLC. They kind of hinted at it, and it's going to have artifacts, things like that, which is going to be pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully we are to the RP section so we can kind of have fun with that whole thing. Our Sunset campaign going strong. Even though we haven't had any the past couple of days, I've been grinding out some other stuff and just been really busy at this point. I'm gonna record a lot of that tomorrow and Friday. So a lot of that will be already done, and we will have that for when I'm out west as well. Battle Brothers, same thing. I'm loving the campaign. So right now we're doing a peasant run. What we'll end up doing is after this, I think I'm going to do the Legends mod. And with the Legends mod, there's a lot more progression stuff like that. It still has the base kind of set of rules in there with the Legends mod itself. But I think after this run, we'll do a Legends mod with another one of the base starts, I think. And we'll kind of go from there. I'm really loving Battle Brothers, and it's been very difficult, which I love, and brutal. So, moving into that, I did stream with today, technically yesterday. That was Days Gone for number 5, I think it was. That was Days Gone that we ended up doing a stream. I think at this point I might get a couple more, so maybe tomorrow we'll have another one. I'll let you guys know. I'll be using the community tab, so go ahead and check that out periodically. And anything I do miss on these channel updates, because the next channel update I probably end up doing is later June, probably around the 1st July time frame. So make sure you do look out with that. 4, I'm going to wait for Madden. That's a 2S question there. Our Oakland A's still going strong. I'm having fun with it. Crazy season so far. And crazy. Just wow. I stopped number 47 on year 3, so the start of year 3 at opening day. So I just was loving it, and I just went ham with it. And by the time I realized how much I had recorded, I had like an entire month at that point. Like, it's crazy. I'm really loving that franchise. So if you have any suggestions, go and let me know. So I will include them as time goes on. At the end of the day, we'll be. I don't like to do series like this, but because this summer and all that, particularly also in the winter, kind of traveling, exploring, doing things like that. It's nice to get out, recharge the batteries, things like that. And so this will be during that time. This will be the norm. But other than that, uh, really September through January, we'll have more consistent everyday type deal where I can, like, if you have comments and suggestions, things like that, it's easier to do, and you guys don't have to wait multiple episodes. I know that ends up frustrating some people. Where you comment, you say over and over, and it doesn't happen. You're like, is he really listening to me? Things like that. So that's why I try to answer as many comments as possible. And I'll just tell you straight up, hey, it won't be fixed until X episode. Like someone had mentioned that Khalil Herbert's number was 34, which, if you don't know, is the retirement number of Walter Payton. And I completely just spaced it from the standpoint of keep on forgetting to actually change it until I'm in a game. And then finally in 27, after I got the comment, I was like, boom, okay. Changed it, and it's changed to like 25 or something like that. Okay, Bears franchise. I had a game somewhere in here, and I'm going to formulate the video for the gameplay issues that have been frustrating me. That's going to be, unfortunately, the end of the Bears franchise, just because it's not so much frustrating, but there's a lot of issues in the game being too easy, and so which forces me to make decisions that I normally wouldn't make just to make it entertaining. Turns into extra interceptions, which turns to a spiral of more frustration because I'm just trying to have fun, trying not to cheese the CPU, but there's so many routes that are cheesed that it becomes a cycle over and over. So that is going to end with the 30-second episode on that. I'm going to have our Madden 22 kind of and beyond wish list type deal. My top 5 things with an extra 6th in there. That's going to be out tomorrow morning. I'm going to make the thumbnail of that. You'll see that. I'll put that in the community post with the video itself if you want to check that out. And then I'm going to make the gameplay, the things I'd like to see for gameplay changed based on how next gen Madden 21 played. Now, I haven't played the open or closed beta or whatever this is. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to wait until until that spot where you can kind of get your 10 hours or whatever, where we'll spend an hour or two looking through the new franchise from a sim perspective, and then we'll just play some games and hang out. But then I'll kind of compare the previous video that I'll be making with some of the things that kind of frustrated me, including an in-depth issue that I was having with the 49ers that felt like the logic was broken to the extent that it was ridiculous. So I'll have that up, but we're going to fill it with something fun. And I thought about this, and they were going to be my franchise team before at Oakland, and I was kind of tossing it up in the air. I thought about it last year about doing a franchise, but I ended up opting not to. And that's going to be what we're going to call the Sons of Legend franchise. So there's going to be a rule set. Some of the basic things I've kind of thought about. It's going to be in episode 0 where we do a kind of like a roster breakdown type deal. It's going to be with the Toronto Blue Jays. So you might ask me, well, the title's got to be about something. Well, the franchise is going to be the fact that it's not going to be like a Moneyball franchise where we have to kind of stay under a certain amount. This is going to be a normal franchise we kind of just have fun with. We'll play speed counts. We'll have DH on both leagues on. We won't. We'll have less played games, but more play like a play of the moment. Critical situation. We'll have more of that with counts. We'll play 1 or 2 games a month, things like that. And the biggest thing with the Blue Jays and this franchise will be Bichette, Biggio, and Guerrero must be on the team no matter what. So those 3 will be re-signed, doesn't matter how much they cost, things like that. They'll be the priority no matter what. And then from there, we shape the team around them, and we'll see if we can get them in the Hall of Fame. So we'll see if we can turn at least one of the players, if not all 3, into Hall of Fame careers. And that is one of the big things with this franchise, is that those 3 have to be on our roster the entire time. And we're going to see kind of what happens. It's going to be fun. We'll be going deep into multiple seasons, probably 10 plus years, because of the fact of how we kind of want to see when they retire, things like that. So it's going to be one of those where we'll get through probably a season or 2 every 4 to 5 episodes, that sort of thing, probably every 5 episodes. And I'll have some editing in there. Won't be heavy editing by any means, but anything that isn't, we're not going to do any player locks or anything like that. So we're just kind of go through the cool stuff, see some sim stuff. We might do some player locking of 1 or 2, a couple games a month with 1 each, things like that. So I think it'll be a fun franchise to see if we can get at least 1 out of 3 in the Hall of Fame. So other than that, that's all I have. Don't worry, Grand Tactician is still on the radar, so no big deal there. I'm paying attention to it, kind of watching other people's campaigns. We'll hop back into it. So don't worry, I haven't forgotten about it by any means. It's probably the game I'm hooked on the most right now. And at the end of the day, if we do end up pulling in some Grand Tactician, we'll just move Battle Brothers later on in the day, kind of like what we did with that Chill Battletech campaign. I put it around like 6 Central Standard, so we'll do one of those, and we'll kind of just put it in its own time, like its normal time slot. So I'm going to wrap this one up here. Thank you all for joining me. Hope you all are having a good day at this point whenever you see this, and wherever you are in the world. Thank you for your support. We're going to keep on grinding, and we're going to have fun. And I'll see you guys later.